Hey, what's up, Scorpio? This is Capabella here at Nova Hill. I'm here to do your intuitive reading. Let me make sure the camera is correct. All right, we got a little something going on. All right. So I haven't been here in a while. I'm back though. Okay. So welcome here. We're gonna see what is going on, what's the vibe, what you need to hear. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's get straight into it. Okay. So what we have for Scorpio spirit, what does Scorpio needs to hear at this time? What does Scorpio needs to hear at this time? Okay. I'm feeling like you're real worried about this reading, Scorpio. Relax. Take a breather. Take a chill. Literally, take a ashwagandha pill. Some. Relax. Okay, be careful with the ashwagandhas though. I heard they cause like I think kidney damage or liver damage if you take too many. So don't chill too much. All right. So what we have for you, Scorpio, and what you need to know, like I said, somebody could be worrying. Somebody could literally be on a trip in the Hamptons right now, partying up and being on the beach, and that's why their emotions are chaotic because they've been drinking too much. That's what I'm saying. You need some alone time. In another story, in another light, I do see somebody is super worried, or like not even well, it could be, but like also it's the fear of being alone, and you're trying to seek some type of energy, some type of kin. What is it? Kinship or something like that or whatever, like some type of not a relationship but multiple connections with people, and it doesn't have to be like romantic or anything like that, but you're just trying to fulfill through other people, through partying, right, through traveling. But it's like it's giving that Solange song. Dang, why I can't remember that song. That was a huge song. But you try to sip it away, drink it away, party it away, travel it away. You know what song I'm talking about. Cranes in the sky, okay? You're feeling like cranes in the sky, right? Nothing is fulfilling you at this time. Like I said, somebody could be drinking a lot. Maybe that's just doing a number on your emotional life, okay? Doing a number on just how you feel and how you think. But we're gonna go further more into it. Like I said, you could be traveling to a beach, or maybe you need to go to a beach by yourself. Depending on what the situation is, it either you need to go and enjoy life more by traveling, going out, having some fun, right? Or you need to be in solitude away from, always going out and traveling and being on the run 24/7. Maybe you're avoiding some type of, it's like a Sagittarius. You could have Sagittarius in your chart dealing with one. Sagittarius, I'm a Sagittarius, so I know this well. We confuse traveling or leaving or whatever as like being by ourselves in the sense of meditating and getting our lives together. But sometimes it only causes like isolation in the sense of where we, like I said, self-inflicted basically. Like, so we cause like isolation through self-infliction. Um, am I making any sense right now? I feel like I'm not making any sense. But like I said, for Sagittarius, we get confused, right? Because we love to travel. We love to just go up and go to do an adventure. But we don't realize sometimes we do that off of the whim because we're trying to escape a certain problem, issue, something that's traumatizing us. So we just want to get up and go and not deal with it. Okay. Now that might be the circumstance for you. See, I was trying to make that make sense. I just had to wrap it around. You get what I'm saying? So you could be a person that's causing your own self-infliction isolation because you're thinking that by you being alone and getting away from everybody is helping you, but it might just be hindering you and slowing down your progress when you have to deal with something head on. So let's see what it's really saying, okay? So I believe that's what's going on here from the cards. Like I said, it's multiple stories. A lot of Scorpios watching me at this time, but we're gonna really see the past, present, and future of the situation here. So what we have for Scorpio, past, present, and future. Past, present, and future for Scorpio. Past, present. Oh, look, Sagittarius energy. That's crazy. This wanted to come out as well. Okay, maybe what I'm saying to you is giving you like an epiphany, a sudden awareness, and maybe like, damn, maybe I do need to reevaluate what I'm going through right now. Okay, but I'm gonna put it back in the deck because we're just gonna use one card for the present, then we're gonna clarify it later, and then future for Scorpio. Let me get one card for Scorpio, please. Just one for future. And a deck cut. It really want two cards to come out. So I'm going to just take it. Okay. Because it's like real adamant. It wants to tell you real adamant. All right. So I'm going to let you know this right now. Regardless of everything that, I'm going to dig into with the past, present, future, overall, even with the advice I'm going to give you, you might still feel like it's a lose-lose situation, or, if you're seeing a half glass full or whatever, win-win situation. But I really feel like even when you win, you're still not going to feel satisfied. Okay. So you're still going to have probably some issues and knowing what really, makes you fulfilled. And it's probably something that you don't understand at this time or you can't obtain at this time. All right. So let's just see if this is like a perspective that you can change. Because what I'm seeing is that you can change it. You can change it. These cards is not permanent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm seeing that it's possible to change it. It's just, certain lessons you do have to learn, which you have two major life lessons at this time you need to learn. Whether that's now, you take the advice now, or if you don't take it, it's going to come up in the future regardless. So I think your best bet is to at least deal with one now. Okay. So let's get into that. So we're going to talk about the past. Now, this past energy, actually, yeah. So this past energy here is giving that, like, you had one-sided connections. A lot of one-sided connections, okay? Lots and lots of one-sided connections. And it just never felt like you was getting enough from anybody. Like, you were the one everybody was looking up to. You were the one that was always giving, giving, giving. Maybe you're tired of giving. Maybe you overdid it, because I see here with your middle card is, like I said, that Sagittarius energy, right? You're trying to find balance. You're trying to find, some type of moderation, whether that was giving that you're trying to receive at this time, right? But keeping a nice balance to it. Balance is huge because you do have the Temperance here, right? As she's trying to balance her emotions. The cups are emotions. She's pouring it into each other's cup. But then in the future, you also have Justice, Libra energy with the scales. Okay. So, like, literally karmic justice, spiritual justice, right? Clarity, balance, cause and effect, all of that stuff, right? And it's just, it's that's the lesson that you need to learn, right? Even though it's two major lessons here, overall, you need to learn how to balance something. We're going to see exactly what it is. Okay. So for your future spread, like I said, overall, you do feel like you still won't be satisfied, in a sense of you might have to actually go to therapy, I'm hearing. And if you don't want to do that, you're going to have to look real deep inside yourself and start chipping away at the things that does not fulfill you. Okay. Write down a list of when you was a kid, what used to fulfill you and the things that fulfill you now. Do they match up? Do they align? Do these things are interchangeable? Do some things don't fulfill you anymore? Like, you have to figure it out little by little, taking the steps. And it's still in a period of isolation. You have to do a lot of inner work because you have the Hermit in reverse here. Okay, maybe it's a time that you gave out so much and been around so many different people that didn't give you the same value in return, that you want to be alone. You feel like being alone because it took so much out of you. That whole nightlife, you probably worked a nightlife job. And I think I said this about Virgo in a reading about a week or two ago. And you have Virgo energy here as well. So that could be significant of Virgo. But it just caused you a lot of chaos. Like I said, it is not a win-win situation, regardless whether you have to leave the nightlife or stay in the nightlife, or whatever this feeling is of unfulfillment here. You have to do something in order to cut the cords, right? So we're going to see how we can clarify this message for you a little bit deeper in the next video. I'll catch you there. All right, Scorpio, now we're back. So what we're doing is clarifying This message for you where you're having some type of fears and isolation and yeah, just, nightlife or having to get away, having to travel, having some more fun in your life. Basically giving to too many people, saying too many yeses, right? Maybe always going to a party at this time. You probably just need to balance that alcohol, right? Maybe you're drinking too much and balance the people that needs to be around you. Maybe you need to isolate from some people at this time. But the main message is to balance. So we're going to check the past, how this has influenced you or currently influencing your energy and your power at this time. Hold on, I got a different card up in here. All right, there we go. So yeah, what is the past for Scorpio with the Six of Pentacles? Six of Pentacles for Scorpio. What is the past energy here for Scorpio? Sorry, I feel like you guys reading already is becoming a little winded at this time, but I think it's just necessary, right? To explain the message to you guys. And if you still here rocking with me, I appreciate you so, so much. I have Scorpio throughout my entire chart, so I'm just crazy as hell like y'all, okay? And that's probably why Sagittarius energy popped up too, because I'm here as well teaching you how to balance. You never know. So let's see future with the Hermit in reverse. Justice. Oh, this too shall pass. I hear that. You guys could be spiritual, but just not tapped in as much as you should be because you guys rules that type of mysterious darkness and occult life. But yeah, let's see. A lot of supernatural stuff happens around you and you act like it don't happen. You probably be hearing things in your house while you by yourself and you just act like, listen, Casper, if you're going to be up in here, you better pay this rent. Okay? So now your past energy here. Look, you got, what the heck, y'all? Look, it's me again, right? But no, seriously, you could be dealing with a Sagittarius. A Sagittarius could be teaching you how to balance your emotions, your alcohol. Um, Also, how to follow your passions and keep up your boundaries. That's one way of seeing it. Another way I'm seeing that this has influenced all this energy here overall for the people that probably feel the message the most is that you haven't kept your boundaries up and you took on, by you giving to others, you were also giving your energy away. You were taking on their burdens, their hurdles, trying to help them through everything, and it started feeding at your energy. You started going through things they were going through in a sense of like a mirror situation. The more you started feeling empathy for others, which you feel like is the right thing to do, the more you was taking on their energy, right? You was not correctly protecting yourself to keep things balanced, right? But you were just, a passionate person. You care about others and eager, and you had these great, bright ideas, but it wind up making you hit a wall. So that's your past influence, and that possibly could still be influencing you on why you need to balance yourself today, which is true because you already had that temperance card in the past, and we're here now in that temperance energy, right? And this reading, like I said, you listening to this reading I'm giving you might be giving you the clarity, the epiphany of, damn, she's right. Like this is what I needed to hear for the very longest. I kind of knew the truth already inside of me, but I needed the confirmation. And this reading here was your confirmation. Or if it's not hitting you right now, it could be coming up um, anywhere from now to a couple of weeks, like the next 4 weeks, right? You could be getting some type of clarity on what you need to do or why you feel unfulfilled, right? Unsatisfied, or might, realize like, man, I drink too much. I'm giving too much power away, right? And with you understanding that, it could give you the clarity is going to give you like a new idea, a new person coming into your life, right? Doesn't have to be romantic, but if it is, this person's a charmer. So I will also say like kind of be careful because they could be like a dreamer, all right? In a sense of they might, fall in love with your balance and, everything that you work so hard for, but they might not be so stable. They might be having, their life is just kind of rocking the boat a little bit right now. They need to figure out things on their own, but they still are enticed by you. That's only if this is a person that's coming in your, presence. But if this is strictly about you, you could be needing to tap into that energy. Like I was saying in a previous video, if you didn't watch it, go watch it now. I was saying maybe you need to write down a list, right? Start chipping off that isolation little by little. Start chipping off the things that don't fulfill you and what does, right? You need to write down a list of all the things that used to fulfill you as a child. This is kind of a childlike energy. This is tapping into your inner child, your creativity, right? Your artistry, or just different things. I'm hearing interior design. I'm hearing somebody that loves to be around aquariums and studying fish and stuff like that. Okay. Somebody that knows how to draw, somebody knows how to design fashion designer, but not in that. I don't see it as extreme. I just see it as like a beginning stage of tapping back into these qualities of themselves, getting back into fashion, right? Somebody probably just took some time off to not dress up and put that ish on, but now it's time for you to put that ish on. Could be as simple as that, right? These little things can fulfill you when you start making your inner self, your inner child happy, right? You'll start feeling some type of emotional satisfaction. And that's having a balance, right? Having a balance within these things that make you satisfied and removing the things that don't. Now, with your future spread here, like I said, you're still most likely going to be in a state of isolation, but it's in a way of you need to figure out what's between the truth and the falseness of yourself, what really fulfills you. You're going to have a lot of clarity of these things of cause and effect, right? So, like, say, even if the nightlife does like satisfy you in some way, you know that it comes with a lot of drinking. That could be pushing you back 10 steps behind than where you were already at, because now you're groggy, now you're tired, now you're not able to do your creative things, now you're not able to feel better, right? I'm hearing somebody's stomach is hurting a lot, right? So you need to tap into 717 might be significant, by the way. I don't know why, but 717. So it'll give you being in isolation right now, chipping at these things about yourself and your personality and reflecting on your inner self and doing the therapy work is going to help you get that balance back and have clarity, right? As we said, is you're already getting there within the present, but now moving forward in the future, it's going to accelerate much faster. So that way you can learn all the lessons in your life to be able to go to your next level, right, of satisfaction. But even so, right, as the wheels are spinning and your debt is being repaid, you still might feel like somebody could really literally have debt. Somebody could have debt right now. Somebody could be in isolation away from the nightlife because they have to pay debts. Um, that's why you feel like it's a win-win, lose-lose situation. Like you're not really winning because it's like you got to pay all this money that you was gonna have fun with to debts, and even though your credit went up, you still feel unsatisfied and not having fun. So that could be a way of looking at it. But take that in perspective of what's going on in your current life, where you feel like you may have to do something that you really don't want to, but it's the right thing to do. And after you do this right thing, you still might not be fulfilled. Hence why you have the Five of Swords and your overall energy for the near future, right? We're talking about like from now to like the next 3 months. Okay. But you have to learn how to give up these addictions, probably even some toxic people, anything that keeps you chained, okay? Anything that makes you feel like you're a modern day slave, which is crazy. I even just heard that, okay? You have to start saying no to some people. And I'm just hearing somebody's really loves to drink, but it's like it's giving you a lack of direction. It's pausing all of your ambitions, your goals, right? That's why you have to have a balance, because it's literally stopping you from where you need to go, right? And this could be making you like very impulsive, okay, with different things that you want to do. Also, probably just sleeping around with the wrong people could be a possibility, right? Or just taking up too many, negative energies around you, dealing with them. So let the bottle go. Now, not only letting the bottle go, but letting all of these different leaks in your life go, right? Plugging up them drains, I'm hearing. You're plugging up drains so it can stop the leak, but also in your conscious, right? Consciousness. All these different avenues and opportunities and people. It's none of it is fulfilling. And sometimes you have to walk away from everything and gain some insight to pause and reflect to know what you need, right? To have some type of alignment in your life. You look at the last alignment. Letting go of things that don't align with you, especially relationships, especially people, especially drinking. That's crazy, okay? So obviously that's not gonna be for everybody, right? Like I said, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Oh, that's the wrong card. Hold on, y'all. Let me focus real quick. I'm way into that too much of y'all reading right now. And yeah, like take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but just know that you have to have some type of balance in something, okay? Whether you're not a drinker or a partier or whatever it is, whatever's going on in your life right now, you need to learn how to not just isolate, but also make the isolation work with you in a sense of you're doing some self-reflecting and self-healing before you're ready to go back outside. Because you're gonna have to go back outside, Scorpio. Don't think that you're gonna be alone forever. Just saying. So let's get your overall outcome here for everything that I've been telling y'all. Let's see. For Scorpio, what's their overall advice and outcome here for Scorpio? Okay. Scorpio, overall outcome and advice at this time. Somebody needs to do some breathing exercises, okay? Because I've been doing that, like, I don't know, long-winded breaths, long-winded reading. Something about that, long-winded, okay? You might be hearing that a lot. I don't know. Scorpio, outcome and advice. Okay, one more in the deck cut. Thank you. All right. Yeah, I love how they all did not show, okay, which is not normal usually. So let's see what we have for Scorpio. Inner child. What did I say? And look, do y'all see that's a mirror, mirror, y'all? Oh, y'all thought I was tripping? There you go. Okay. That's my broken promises card. promises, promises. There we go. Okay. And then what's at the end of the deck? Unbothered. Yes, once you get into this reflecting and realization and knowing what's good for you and what's not, a lot of people, you're not going to give a damn about anything what they say, anything they're trying to put on you, any kind of conflicts that they're giving you. There's too much going on, too much. So let's start at inner child, right? So we already know what this means. I literally said it earlier in the spread, and here's the damn card, right? So you're gonna have more fun with your inner child at this time, doing things that your childhood self couldn't do. Okay, you're feeling like you're being your own parent in a sense of like I'm hearing like their parents wasn't able to give to them the way that they wanted as a child wanted. Okay, so you're being able to have the financial status of doing what you want when you want, but in a sense of not just monetary a material gains, but in a sense of like emotional fulfillment, okay, spiritual fulfillment. And it could be simple as just something like you love blowing bubbles when you was a kid. You're trying that now and it's get this awesome bubble kit, and I don't know, it just makes you happy and gives joy to you and your community around around your neighbors and stuff like that, right? And it puts a smile on your face. So it says healing childhood wounds, reconnecting with joy, playfulness restored, return to innocence. Okay. And I'm hearing also by you doing that, you're ripping up people's broken promises. Also, like promises you gave yourself. Like you're tearing up what you know of what promises used to be to you and contracts that you held against yourself that you thought that you were going to fulfill. They don't even matter anymore because they were rooted in movement and practical matters, when now emotions matter, family matter, and only the ones that align to you, right? The hobbies that are aligned to you, the people that are aligned to you, right? The goals that are aligned to you. So I'm literally seeing like you're spiritually ripping up contracts you promised yourself as a kid and thought that you was going to have by now, or maybe you already got them and still don't feel fulfilled, right? It's like you're starting a whole new goal for yourself, and it's not within a contract, right? A time limit. It's more like you're having more free will, happiness with free will, and it's not limited, okay? There's no limit, okay? The sky is the limit, right? That's what I'm hearing for you. So it says disappointed expectations, failed commitments, lost trust, words mean nothing. You could be feeling like this towards other people, the people that don't align with you either. They probably gave you a whole bunch of false hope and broken promises as well. And yeah, just like you ripping up those spiritual contracts you gave to yourself, you're learning how to get away from those people that have done the same to you. Gaslighted. Okay, so reality distortion, emotional manipulation, questioning sanity. You are imagining things. Didn't I just say like y'all kind of tapped in with spirituality, but not trying to hear it? Just saying. So if so, take a nice bath, watch a good show. If you're not into the spiritual stuff, and because if you spiritual, I'm pretty sure you know how to take a spiritual bath. Like I don't have to explain to you certain spiritual cleanses and stuff. But if you're not into that, you're here watching tarot, so you got to be into it some type of way. But if you're really not into like doing all of that, right? Into the sage and all of that, just have a day for yourself, a spa day. That could be in the home, or that could be at an actual spa. Do things that make you feel good, right? Mind, body, and soul, and relax, okay? And try to clear out the thoughts from other people and your critical thoughts, because this is what's making you feel like you need more when you truly don't. You just need yourself and what, little things make you happy. I'm hearing somebody needs to wake up and meditate with like a great being grateful, like a grateful prayer, right? Waking up, thanking God for waking me up this morning. Or even if you listen to like affirmations and meditations, something about being grateful of life, being grateful of the little things. Somebody here is not grateful enough of life, okay? You could be just grateful to even have a phone in your hand, to even have some food that you can eat on, whether it's a freaking can of tuna to a whole lobster and shrimp platter, right? You need to be grateful, because in your circumstances, it could be much worse, whoever you are. And you know this. So clear out your mind, y'all. Next, deep fake. Convincing lies, altered truth, virtual deception. Seeing is no longer believing. So that goes with, I feel like, gaslighted and broken promises as well. And love bomb. What I'm seeing here, somebody's on social media too much. Too much. You're over here thinking people got it way better than you because it may look like it, but also they can be either in the same circumstances or even worse than you, right? You're seeing their publicity as a way of fulfillment, but that has nothing to do with you. Everybody has their own lane, everybody has their own door. And this is only through social media. What's past social media, you cannot see. So you don't know what's behind their doors. So I need you to stop taking on what you see as like real life perceptions when it comes to social media, because social media can be so manipulated. Everything is fake on there. And you don't need to, you're a total different person, Scorpio. You don't need to maneuver like how these other creators or these other gurus and guides and teachers and whoever else I got cut off, y'all. But yeah, you don't have to do what these people portray themselves to be online, whether it's the truth or not. Just know about 80% of that is fake and lies, right? And for the other 20%, it may just not be the same lane that you're in. Everybody got their own DNA and their own life and their own way of doing things. I'm here being a tarot reader, and you know how much competition I got? Millions. But to me, those millions is not a competition to me because I'm one of one. And the way I do it, not nobody else is going to read it like me. And not nobody going to speak like me and live my life the way that I do. So you have to start seeing yourself in that light. Stop having so much self-doubt that you're not where you need to be at this time. Or maybe you did all the things that you thought you should be at this time and you still don't feel fulfilled because you have to be more grateful, have more gratitude because you're even living life in the first place. And also, you're not the same as these other people. Grateful that you are 111 on the thing that I just looked at, but on the clock, but you're just one of one, right? Literally 11111. You know, they can't measure up to you. And not saying that you're the greatest, but you're the greatest in your own light. You're your greatest. So instead of taking advice and suggestions and all these things that's like misleading you into being loved and accepted and having all these things that you always wanted, you need to listen to self. I said this to Libra too. I said this to Libra as well. You need to listen to self because not everything that you see is true. And yeah, I think it's in a sense of you gaining too much insight from social media and not living the real world and real life. Get outside, stop being in isolation, and you'll see how it truly is. Okay. Now we have love bombed here, so like I said, I can go with you seeing the likes and shares of other people, but it's like it's really not about them. It's about you. So it says love bombed, intense affection, too quickly, excessive attention, overwhelming charm, and hidden control. It's like literally hard for me to speak right now. I don't know why, but that was just weird. Somebody's like choked up on their words at this time. Okay, so excuse me. So you could be getting a lot of people attracted to you at this time, and that's another reason why you feel like you need to be in isolation because people are feeding you broken promises, false lies, gaslighting you. Like you feel it, you know they fake, and all this other stuff. Or this is you having a social media presence, you're not used to all of these things that you see in the comments and what people's telling you to do when contracts and stuff like that, right? That's another reason why you probably, you know, haven't been on social media posting, but looking at posts a lot because that can resonate in that sense too. So you need to learn how to balance these emotions and listen to self and do what self wants, especially your inner child. Do what your inner child wants. Also, relax. This is not the end of the earth because you have false alarm here. And I'm getting it in a sense of maybe something triggered you but it's not happening in your real life, or it came close and it didn't affect you. You are protected at this time. It says false alarm, exaggerated panic, unnecessary drama, overreaction to minor events, much ado about nothing. Relax, Scorpio. Maybe you need to take the isolation time to meditate and know that you are protected instead of feeling like you're about to be in a loony bin. Relax, okay? I hope that's not the case, but majority of these Scorpios, y'all just probably playing a little bit too much on yourself from seeing the other lives of other people or people that you've been dealing with. Okay. And like I said, your overall energy here, your overall outcome is you finally feeling unbothered. Okay. So maybe this message has here helped you. You probably heard this message and it helped you. And if so, you're very welcome. But yeah, maybe these are the people that's gaslighting you. Maybe could be your parents, okay? Brother and sister, partnership, whatever it is. Something that you feel like you're a third party in and it necessarily doesn't have to deal with love, okay? That could be family members, coworkers, etc. But you feel like a third party but it's no longer going to bother you at this time. So this is just a false alarm. You feeling crazy and listening to other people and seeing all this fake ish around. It was just a false alarm. You'll be able to get away from the conflict and chaos. So it says peace despite chaos, calm attitude, detachment from negativity, not my drama. Now let me see what's the shadow side. Retirement goals. I hear that, Scorpio. It says long term stability, future planning, relaxation earned, living the dream. And you'll finally find what fulfills your life and be grateful for it in every step. All right, Scorpio. So I wish you guys good luck. Happy Black History Month as well. We still going on. And yeah, if you want a personal reading, definitely go to my link at novahill.us. Also, follow my links in my bio and my YouTube, IG, and all of that stuff. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.